kid pushing buttons when I wanna go home. My generation hasn't even got a name of its own. We just buy what the TV sells. It almost never stop wishing we were somebody else. But tonight in the dark I can be myself. When Bobby and the Rat Kings come to play.
What's up, guys? Wes Contrarian here. I just wanted to do an episode. I've talked about this on Twitter, but I just feel like, I don't know, hopefully this, like, for some people this really, because words are free, this takes time. Like, it's easy to send a Twitter tweet or whatever, but this, this should emphasize how serious I am about this. So, the title of this video will be like, how to up your trading game. So, like, this is working under the assumption that, or maybe I'll title it like advice for new traders, like how to up your trading game and advice for new traders. But like, this is working under the assumption that like, I've tried to talk you out of trading, everyone's tried to talk you out of trading, and you're not going to listen. So you're going ahead with it. So, you've come too far, sort of thing. So you're going to do it. Why I've talked you out of trading, I'll make another video about. But basically, like, my advice is like, you're probably going to have a strategy, and if you don't have a strategy, you'll find out you'll need one. And like, don't fucking comment being like, oh, da 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 da, I just like feel it in my balls. Like, I don't want to hear it. That's bullshit. Everyone, like, yeah, you might, but odds are, like, all the guys I know that print, they can explain it in a paragraph what they do, how they do it. They're not like logging on every day and don't know if they're buying or selling. Like, they have they think about it, they obsess about it. You know what I mean? It's not a coincidence they're successful, or like successful in relative to, in the sense of trading. So you found a strategy you want to do. So there's a chance that your strategy has legitimate alpha. So it has legit alpha, but the odds are it doesn't. So what do I mean by that? So like, if you're trading, say you're trading like mean reversion, okay, so you've got a mean reversion strategy you're doing, and it's like, you're trading a liquid flow or something. That's not alpha. Like, there's no alpha in that. It's risk premium. And like, you can comment, oh, it's alpha. It's not. It's risk premium. You're providing a service to the market. Alpha is different. Alpha, something people don't. And it's very, very hard to get it. I've had trades that have had alpha, and I can tell you right now, they're few and far between. Most of it's risk premium, because you're providing a service, right? So suppose you're doing a mean reversion strategy. You want to be able to articulate it, obviously, but then my advice is like to start posting about it on Twitter. So when you're doing trades, just post it. You never know who's out there, and just talk about it. And then once you've started doing that, and don't do it for like followers or whatever, like, it's not about that, it's about you know what I mean? And it's about putting out a flag to everyone else who does similar stuff and start communicating with them. So maybe you've got like a momentum strategy with like trading meme coins or something like that, which is like whatever, which is that's one way to make money. So you want to be posting about it, and then the next level is, once you're posting about it and you're talking about it, is you start interacting with people who are doing it as well. So like, how do you find these people? You go on Twitter and you search in the search bar, like, meme, well, that's a shit example, but like, meme coins or something like that. And then you find like a big account or something, and then you sift through the comments and then you look at those profiles. Like, this is work, you know what I mean? This isn't like, if you're serious about trading, like, this is, for me, this is what I think is like really a legitimate, great way to like up your game. Do you know what I mean? And then, so you'll find people, so like, meme coins are a bit hard. Or like, here's another one. Suppose you trade a meme coin and you've had a bit of success on it. You then want to be searching the coin and then like things that you use. So suppose you're trading a meme coin on like, and you're using like, in Silico's, like momentum, you know what I'm talking about, like his his HULL suite on TradingView or whatever. Search the coin and then the indicators, or like moving averages, and then you will find people who have made similar posts, and then like, start interacting with them, befriend them, like strike up a conversation, like be friendly, you know what I mean? And then you do this a few times, and you'll start to make friends with people who are doing similar things, and like they've made mistakes you haven't made yet, and you probably made mistakes they haven't made yet. Because like honestly, like everyone does, you know what I mean? So it's part of the game. Where is this going? So you found some people, but this is the thing, and I had like a little weird altercation on Twitter last night where I made this status being like, find people and go through their timeline, and someone's like, oh, if you fucking made a list of like 8 traders, or you made a list of 10 traders, 8 of them probably wouldn't be profitable. And it's like, listen, I like, the way I sort of describe it is like this: if you've never boxed before, or you've never been in, like you've never punched on before, when if you have no gauge. So if you talk to someone and they throw, they talk a big game, you won't know if they're legit or not because you have no frame of reference, right? But once you've jumped in, you've done some lessons, you've jumped in, you've fucked around, you punched on with your brothers, like, you know what I mean? You can tell. And people say, oh, rah, 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 like, yeah, well, I feel like if I'm talking to someone who manages risk, I can tell where they're at pretty early on. And there's nothing wrong with managing small amounts of capital, but like, just try to picture yourself, like, why would someone, like, it's hard at the start though, but like, just think about what like someone would do if they were rich, kind of thing. Like, would they be picking fights on Twitter? Like, probably not. Why would they? They'd sooner hang out with their family, or like go chill out at the beach, or like, I don't know, maybe they would. Probably not though. Would they be dumping on their followers if they had money? Probably not. You know what I mean? So these are sort of little things you can look for. Are they honorable as well? Even if they have money, if they're not honorable, like, fuck them right off. You know what I mean? You don't want to be friends with people like that. Life's too short. So yeah, and as you sort of progress in your like trading journey, you will be able to get a better like gauge or radar on like where people are at. You know what I mean? Because you'll hear people talk about trading, and you'll be like, oh, I was there a year ago, or I was there 2 years ago, or or they're ahead of me. When I talk to like Robot James, Alba, Skyquake, Liquidity Goblin, like, I'm listening to what they have to say. You know what I mean? Because I know they've done it for real. So yeah, that's sort of a little so yeah, once you've worked out the for real. So where this is going is you keep posting, you keep interacting, and what you want to do is you want to take this into a group chat, into a Discord, into a Telegram group chat. And the reason why is because, like, if you've got 20 people in a group chat, okay, and preferably, they're all in the same time zone or whatever, and you're always conversing, you will get such edge from talking and just talking about trades. You'll make friends because you'll be like talking about markets and stuff. And to be honest, like, it's a lonely life. Like, your girlfriend, like, she cares, but she doesn't care. She cares because you care, but she doesn't, like, she hopes you make money, but she doesn't give, you know what I mean? So, like, I've fucking chewed my girlfriend's ear off talking about trades, and then, like, she's just like, you know what I mean? You get into a group chat with your boys, and you're like, this is what I'm thinking about, and people are arguing with you, like, real thought out. Like, someone will say, there's something you're missing, this is why, or like, I've done a similar trade, and this is what I've learned. So, once you have it in a group chat, it's so good, because then, like, you're always communicating. You're always, like, you're always talking about markets. You'll level up so much quicker. And like, I got invited to a Discord server in November, might have been October, might have been September, around there. So I got invited to a Discord server, and it has like changed my life. I've learnt so much from it. Like, like, just some of the guys who are in there, like JP, Skyquake, Liquidity Goblin, Furon, Smoten, Moore, Gaines, Benny, just, Enon, Erky, Mr. Espresso, like, all these guys are in there. And there'll be other people that I forgot, but I'm sorry. Like, those are just the people who, like, they're all, I love you guys. You know what I'm trying to say. But being in this group chat has leveled me up so much, because, like, you're always talking about the market. Someone's always watching the market. It's so good for you. Like, you're talking about trade ideas, and it just will get you to that next. It'll help you a lot. Okay, like, Liquidity Goblin has given me trade ideas that has made me like. Like a year's salary for normal people at my old job, like a year's salary, like, and he just threw that away. He just brought it up casually. So, like, you need to be doing it. Do you know what I mean? But the other thing as well is you don't want to be reaching out to people who are like, when you're reaching out to people initially, like back on Twitter, if you're reaching out to people there, like, number one, don't take it the wrong way if someone doesn't reply because like people are busy. Just turn down my mic. Don't take it the wrong way if they don't reply because like people are busy. It is what it is. But the other thing as well is like, it's like, just know when you're talking to someone who you think is a few levels above you. And I'm not saying like be a bitch or like, but just like, if you're talking to someone, know when you're the student and know when you're the teacher. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes it's hard, and like there will be situations where you know just as much as each other. But like, for example, I've got two mates, Furron and Smo. In markets, I would say I probably have like a little bit more experience in them just because like I do this professionally, so I do this full time sort of thing. But like those two are jacked, okay, and they go to the gym. So like when we're talking about markets, they're probably more inclined to listen to what I have to say. But then when we're talking about the gym or like sport or something like that, I'm going to be listening to what they have to say more. I'm not going to be like questioning them and being like, oh, rah, 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 like all this shit. I'm going to listen to what they have to say. And it's like that with in other facets of life too. So, sometimes I just get these messages and they're like people just being like almost argumentative, like arguing with me. And I'm just like, dude, like you've messaged me, like, I always try to reply because I remember messaging people and I hate anyone to feel like I haven't, taken, they've taken the time to message me. It's the least I can do to message them back. But then they're like arguing with me and I'm like, dude, you've messaged me. Like I can tell from how you talk about risk that you're not, you know what I mean? Like we're not in the same suburb. We're not in the same postcode sort of thing. So it's like, it's like arguing with me and shit. So, yeah, that's what I would say. So, just know, like for example, when I talk to Alba, Robert James, Sky, like, I am listening. Do you know what I mean? And if you listen to my podcast with Robot James, you'll see the whole time I'm like asking questions. Like, I think there's like 80% of the time he's talking. And it's not because like, it's just like showing respect and being like, this guy's done it. Anyone who's traded for more than 10 years full time, like, they're a fucking animal. Like, even if you don't agree with their style, like you do well to hear them out. So yeah, anyways, that's pretty much all I had to say there. But yeah, so find a strategy, post about it, find people, vet the people, make sure they're not like, try your best to vet them. If you're early on, you probably won't be able to do it as well as you will later on, but that's okay. Like it's just part of the game. And then yeah, once you've got a few people, like as early as you can, start a Discord and like, make it your job to maintain this Discord. Make it your job to post in there every day and hang out with your friends and make an effort and like like just be a fucking legend. You know what I mean? Like just be a good person and like you will, give more than you take, and like it's like going to the gym or it's like saving money. At the start it's incremental, it's like bit by bit by bit, but then it compounds, you know what I mean? And before you know it, you'll have this flourishing community where like, people are watching things, people are talking about things you're not talking about. Get a few guys in there who are like, doing it professionally as well, and then they'll add value, but they'll like it because they like hanging out with you guys, and you guys are in the market more than they are, so it goes both ways. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say there. Thanks so much for listening, guys. I really do appreciate it. Like, if you like this format, let me know. If you have any feedback, just let me know. I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, thanks so much. I really appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.